Hello once again everyone, Brett back out to Scale Modeling with another sprue review, this time looking at the new Tamiya Ford Mustang GT4 race car. Let's be honest, I own a Challenger, I own a Camaro. I liked the Fords up until about 2017, I just don't like how this front end looks here. And I don't like the taillights. On this design. This is better than the standard Ford Mustang because it's got the bigger grille opening. This is the Shelby GT500 design. It looks tougher and meaner. But as most of you know, I have a Challenger Scat Pack and a 45th anniversary Camaro convertible. And I looked at the Mustang convertible because I want a convertible and they don't make Challenger convertibles. And I didn't like the way the Mustang felt compared to the Camaro. So I got the Camaro. However, I do want to build a model of this. Now what disappoints me about this, of course, is there's no engine in it. And y'all know I like to build engines. There's two versions you get. I'm sure there'll be aftermarket decals coming along. There's your little thing that says this is an officially licensed Ford product. Kit number something 24354. 24 scale. You know, it's Tamiya. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be perfect. It's going to go together great. It's going to look wonderful when you're done. Hopefully someone will release an aftermarket engine and hood, because you will need a hood and an engine bay. Because it doesn't have an engine bay, it doesn't have a hood. I've got a hood, it's part of the body. So, multicolored plastic as usual with Tamiya. Body, one white sprue, two black sprues, one chrome sprue, instructions, tips, tires, and the typical Tamiya staples. This is my kit, so I'm ignoring the staples and open at the other end. Now see, that's a beautiful Mustang body. And I don't hate it, I just prefer up to like 2015, 2016 I think. The early 2010 ones with the more retro looking nose and tail. This looks more like a modern sports car, which appeals to people. I'm a muscle car guy. They put the stamping right there. You're going to have to sand out if you care about the interior. It does say 2020 Tamiya in there. Don't see any real mold seams. Mold lines. Really nice sharp, crisp body. No flash. I'm looking for mold lines. I mean, maybe right here where the hatchback would be. These are probably a little too sharp. And then they run into the rain line right here. A little bit of damage right there. Oh, no, you can see that little tiny bit. A little bent right there. No crisis or anything. But yeah, beautiful body. And yeah, I'm messing with the staples. So, nice interior tub detail. Front end, springs, roll cage. I don't see any burr lines on the roll cage either, which for a roll cage is really unusual. Nice detail underneath. Front of the car. Looks good. So there's your underpan detail. And your springs, your shocks. So I'm talking about roll cage. I don't see any burring on there anywhere on any of this roll cage. If you can spot it better than me, let me know, because my naked eye don't see it. And then inside the interior, got a little bit of detail. Basic race car detail. And so you've got fender flares. You may have a firewall. But the interior, if you've ever seen a modern Mustang engine bay, it's got strut towers. It's got a bar across there for sway support. Frame's a little more detailed. It's got more suspension. It's just you'd have to get some more detail inside of there. You see, you've got these hood openings here, and then you'd have to slice this hood right off. There's no real good way to do that with any detail. So someone would have to come up with a whole resin engine bay and engine, or Tamiya, hopefully they'll do a stock version of this with an engine. They might not have been able to do it because the racing engine is different than the stock engine, and maybe they couldn't get that engine licensing, or maybe it would just been too much work, or maybe it's designed for the Japanese market where they don't build engines. I don't know. Here's your black parts, your seat, your underpan, so you're not going to be able to see anything underneath the engine anyway. Your venting for your radiator, your venting for your hood, which is open, which is nice, your windshield wipers, a little bit of detail, your door cards, which have no detail, but they do have nice riveting detail where the detail would be if you had door handle, or door handles, window cranks and things. Well, nobody uses window cranks anymore. Window buttons, cup holders, consoles, nice racing steering wheel, your dual exhaust ports out the back, very nice racing dash. This is even turned towards the driver. So beautiful open clear Tamiya parts. There's your racing seat. Pretty sure this goes over the back for blocking off where the rear seat would be, which, you know, those of you who have a Mustang know the rear seat of a Mustang is kind of a joke. There you go. Black sprue number 1. Black sprue number 2 has suspension parts, exhaust parts, bottom of an engine part, transmission tunnel, which is all you're going to see of the engine. Sway bar, steering control arms, your rim rear wheels, nice brake work. Excuse me a second. To mute that. Nice brake disc work. Again, you slot these out, you detail them real nice, or you get some photo etch, because I'm sure there'll be a photo etch set for this. Beautiful brake calipers. 6 disc in front, 4 disc in rear. There's your beautiful suspension parts, exhaust parts. Bottom of the engine, transmission. So this isn't going to be a difficult build. And it's going to look nice when it's done, if the ride height is correct. And there have been some builds out there. Lucas C. built one of these that Andy from Hobby Headquarters gave him. I am going to cut this one open because I do not want staples scratching the clear plastic. And of course, beautiful Tamiya clear. There's a little bit of smudging and scuffing on here though, which you don't usually see in Tamiya plastic. Right there, you can see it. It said scuff right there, and scuff right there on the front windshield. So they are scuffed. You've got full closure because it's a racing car. Your tail lights, turn signals, headlight covers. It's got nice framing to mask it off for the black around the windows, and good rivet detail because it is a racing windshield. It's a shame it got scuffed like that. Don't know if that's because in the bag or they scuffed it putting it in the bag. And your little bit of chrome parts. Tamiya's chrome's always nice. Chrome exhaust tips, backs for the taillights. Beautifully wonderful Tamiya chrome parts. Your wheels and some poly caps. Take one of these out of here. Beautiful racing slicks with a center seam. But you're going to want to scuff them up anyway. Typical Tamiya tires and poly caps. Alright, what other goodies we got in here? We got a window mask. Here. Open this up. We got decals. Window mask. It is pre-cut. So you get your pre-cut window masks. Very nice touch. So you'll be able to get your windows looking good. You've got some sponsorship decals. Again, nice touch. Look good. And you've got your regular racing decals. Metallic finish on a couple of them. Ford Performance. Couple carbon fiber ones. Seatbelt decals. Your placards. Not a lot of carrier film except on those Ford Performance ones. Good looking decals. Good looking mask. Good looking sponsorship decals. Come on. Cooperate. And your tips and techs page. Tip page. Standard on Tamiya kit snap. Japanese. This is about the car. So there's the English version. Here's your color callouts. 2017 Goodwood Festival Speed, 2018 Ford official car. Not in color. There are your cautions, your color callouts, which are all going to be in Tamiya colors. Tools needed. Starting with the suspension. Ender transmission. Transmission tunnel cover. More suspension. Suspension going on the frame. Chassis. Painting goes along with it. Here's your wheels and tires going together. You're snapping them on. And you're working on your interior with your fire extinguishers, pedals. Roll cage. Putting your seat and your decals on. Your mirrors. Steering wheels with your decals on there. Steering wheel into the center console or your instrument panel. Doors going on. The louvers for the engine going into the body, which you've already painted, of course. Putting your headlights and such together. And your grille work and your spoilers. And your venting. Then masking the windows. Putting the windows in. I'd get it all painted before I did that. Your ground effects. You can put the front on. Let's go back. Put the front on before you put it onto the chassis, so that means you can put it on before you paint it. You get all these little parts on. Most car modelers get the body going first because it's got to sit and dry for a few days before you can handle it. After you put the color, then you got to polish it down, sand it down, smooth it out, then you color it again, then you sand it and smooth it out, and then you clear coat it and you sand it and smooth it out. That takes about a week to sit and dry. So you do the body first, then you start working on the other parts. Here's your spoiler going together with the carbon fiber, and that's it. Little tips on how to paint. There you have it. The all-new Tamiya Ford GT4. Absolutely nothing wrong with this kit. Not having an engine will only be a problem for half the modelers, 3/4 of the modelers, 1/4 of the modeler, I don't know. I just enjoy building engines. So hopefully there'll be one along sometime. If not, either way, good looking kit. Go build one. I want to see it. Thanks for watching.